Welcome to another HBAR update. Like always, make sure to check out our YouTube memberships and our Patreon if you want access to all of our charts and if you want to support the channel. Also, you get access to our Discord server, so yeah, make sure to check that out. And let's start with the short-term chart. So I have updated the chart, and like I said, if you want access to it, check out the memberships. I believe right now we are going in a second wave move down. Now the second wave right here could have bottomed because this looks like an ABC structure, but it is very likely that we get another low if we drop below the 0.786 support level of this 1-2 setup right here. And if we do get another low, that should put us at about 16 cents. I know that sounds like a lot right now, but trust me, it's not really that much, and honestly I would not be surprised if we got to that level first before we got a pump to the upside. But then again, if we stay above the support zone right here, then we should watch for higher prices. Now how high? Well, like I said, we have a 1-2 setup on the chart, and right now I need a third wave. The third wave needs to get to approximately 46 cents, and then we will need a fourth wave move down and a fifth wave move up. And once we get these 5 waves, I will be able to confirm that first, the second wave move down right here is actually in, and second, that the actual third wave is starting to happen. And I don't know how high the third wave right here will go, but it's gonna be the most bullish wave of the cycle, and it's going to be even more bullish than the first wave right here, so that should be good, and we should see new all-time highs very soon, probably in the next couple of months, maybe like 2 to 3 months. And I'm expecting HBAR, like I said, to hit like $1 in this cycle, maybe even more, maybe like $1.30 or so. And if you bought down here at like 4 cents, I'm sure you would be more than happy with $1. Now, of course, if you did not buy down here and if you bought the pump, then $1 may not sound the best, but you know, from 15 cents, let's say, that's still like an 8x or so. So don't get too greedy and always make sure to take some profits. Doesn't matter if they're big profits or not. If we are in a bull market and you don't take profits, then why are you in the market, you know? Are you here to make money, or are you here to just watch the charts? And yeah, let me talk about the Elliott wave count again, in case you did not watch my previous videos. So here, on the daily chart, we formed a 1-2 setup. The second wave moved down, reacted to the 0.786 support level. However, I do have to say that the second wave move down was very deep, and it got below the 0.786 support level, which was not the best thing, and this is definitely not a very good looking first wave right here. But theoretically, you could say that we could go for a third wave right now, and we are obviously doing that. Now, the minimum target for the third wave right here is 56 cents, and that's the 200% extension of this 1-2 setup right here. But keep in mind, we could overextend a lot because this is a third wave, so we could get to like 81 cents, maybe even $1.31 only in the third wave before we actually get a fourth wave and a fifth wave move up. All I need you to know is that the third wave will most likely top in May of 2025, and then we will get a boring summer just like we got in the previous cycle. And why am I saying that? Well, because the summer is usually very boring in crypto, so I'm not expecting the next summer to be any different, and yeah, that would be the perfect time to get a fourth wave move down. So let's say the third wave gets to like 81 cents or so, maybe even $1.30. After we get the fourth wave, then the fifth wave should put us maybe at like $2 or so, but keep in mind, the price already went up from 4 cents to like 40 cents. That's a 10x in a matter of a few weeks, so if we do get a larger correction right now, then do not be surprised. I also want to look at the weekly RSI. As you can see, right now we are currently overbought, and this does not usually mean anything because, as you can see, we were also overbought in the previous cycle down here when the price was at about 16 cents or so. We then cooled off for a week, and then the pump continued and we went up another 2x from there. So we are obviously still early. Well, we are not that early anymore because, you know, we are no longer down here. But HBAR could still go up at least like, let's say 5x from where we're at right now. Although 5x is probably too much, but we'll see how much this coin continues to go up. As you know, whenever an altcoin season starts, altcoins start doing crazy moves like they did over here. I mean, in the previous cycle, HBAR got from 0.0009 cents all the way to like 58 cents, 59 cents. So yeah, it went up quite a lot. And if you look at how much it actually went up, it went up about 6,000%. In this cycle, if you take the bear market low right here, HBAR has only gone up about 1,000%. And I know 1000% is still a lot, but we could do way better than that in my opinion. And obviously this is not financial advice, you should do your own research. And by the way, this is an altcoin with a much smaller market cap, so this could always get very big corrections, so be very careful. But like I said, if we do not drop below the support levels, then we should be good. However, if we invalidate the 1-2 setup on the chart right here, then I'm expecting another low, and that would not be the end of the world, because after that we should still see a third wave of the third wave. Also, the first wave right here looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 setup, and it's looking very healthy, so I would not be surprised if we did get another low right here first. But don't count too much on that. And I still receive comments asking me if they should buy. Well, if you want me to be honest with you, you should probably not buy after we got this pump right here, because that's called FOMO, and FOMO means fear of missing out. And I don't think you want to buy whenever the other people are buying as well. You should buy whenever the market is fearful, like it was down here, and you should sell when the market is too greedy. And yeah, the market is greedy right now, but it's not too greedy. And in my opinion, I mean, if you look at the Bitcoin dominance chart, we have not even started the real altcoin season, so HBAR obviously still has potential to go up, and if Bitcoin dominance hits like 40% by the end of next year, then yeah, Bitcoin and HBAR will most likely go together. Then yeah, Bitcoin and HBAR will most likely go up together, and I'm expecting Bitcoin to hit about $255,000 by the end of the cycle, and I'm expecting it to top somewhere between September and October of 2025. It could obviously get to 300k. And yeah, I know that sounds crazy because we are already at 100k, but keep in mind, I'm the same person who predicted that Bitcoin will be at 100k by the end of the year when we were down here. And yeah, my prediction has turned out to be right, so I'm still expecting Bitcoin to go higher. And if you look at the monthly RSI on the Bitcoin chart, the RSI is barely overbought, and this does not look like a top to me, and also it would not make sense to top right now because a Bitcoin cycle usually takes about 4 years. So yeah, I don't think we'll top anytime soon. And like I said, the RSI is barely overbought, and if you compare what we have in this cycle to what we had in the previous two cycles, I mean, this looks like absolutely nothing, so in my opinion, this will continue going up, and yeah, we'll see what happens with this. Now, I also want to look at Bitcoin dominance because what's happening here is also important. We just had a cross on the bull market support band and we got below the bull market support band. We tested the bull market support band multiple times, as you can see, and we got rejected by it 2 times already. And as you can see right now, Bitcoin dominance is going up again, and we are about to test the bull market support band again. And I don't think we'll get above it because whenever this happened in the previous 2 cycles, we never really got back above it, or at least we did not stay above it. So if you look at what happened in 2020, here we also had a cross and then we went below the bull market support band. We tested the bull market support band many times. We got rejected many times. Here we actually closed a wick above it, but that's nothing too crazy because we got rejected anyways. And then after we got the cross 48 days later, that's when the real altcoin season started. And if you look at this cycle, we had a cross about, let's say, 3 weeks ago. So if we want to do what we did in 2020, then we have to continue getting rejected by the bull market support band for the entire month of December and for the first 10 days of January, and then we should start the real altcoin season like we did in the previous cycle right here. You cannot judge this based on what happened in one cycle, however, you can judge this based on what happened in the previous 2 cycles, and if you look at what happened in 2016, the same thing happened. We had a cross on the bull market support band, Bitcoin dominance got rejected by the bull market support band, it took about 48 days for that to happen, and then after 48 days, after the crossing, that's when the real altcoin season started. So everything is pointing to the fact that the altcoin season will start way earlier in this cycle, just because the move that happened right here in the previous cycle happened way sooner in this cycle. But don't be surprised if Bitcoin dominance continues going sideways for another few weeks, because at the end of the day, that's what we did in the previous few cycles. So we'll see what happens with this. Doesn't even matter, to be honest, because the altcoin season, I mean, it's inevitable that it happens. We have already started it, kind of, but, this is not really enough to be called an altcoin season. I'm pretty sure nobody who got into crypto when this right here was happening. People got into crypto when this was happening, so yeah, things are still looking very, very good. And yeah, like I said, HBAR has potential, but keep in mind, in this cycle, we are only working on the first wave of the main third wave right here, which is the third wave of this 1-2 setup, so you cannot expect the first wave of the third wave to be too impulsive. However, it is very likely that we get at least above this all-time high right here. So yeah, that's all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to check out our YouTube memberships and our Patreon if you want access to all of our charts, and if you want access to our Discord server. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.